Hello everybody, it's the Smirk, and decided to go ahead and just kind of make videos in my favorite areas, doing my favorite things, and so these are going to be my conquests within the swamp. This is episode 1. I'm going to be talking today about, you know, the Farron Watchdogs covenant, and today we're going to have a good example of what that covenant means as far as a player. So what I've done here is I've dried fingered. I'm getting my butt kicked by this kid with the straight sword. He's really good at spacing, not so good at parrying, but I'm just going to basically kind of walk you through the fights as they go along, and also kind of give you my thoughts about the game, covenants, and just get into shenanigans in general. So first up right here, the straight sword user was just, beating me up pretty good. His name was Justice, and we got interrupted by this guy right here. I'm gonna call him Schmuck. His name is actually Schmack, but I'm gonna call him Schmuck because it's funner. Roll catch right there. So he's actually a pretty good player with this Y-hander. At this soul level, it just doesn't do very good damage at all, and it's a lot of stamina consumption on his part. So it's not necessarily a wise choice for him to be using. I'm able to outspace it pretty easily under most normal conditions. Right now we're getting kind of a lot of death lag and summon lag, so I think he takes off because of this. I think the lag's probably really bad for him, maybe worse so for me. That's probably why he started running it. Not only that, but I just noticed that blue was also still chasing them down. So this is an interesting little exchange right here. I think we both outspaced each other on our own worlds, but not, obviously on the other end, but the game gave it to both of us. That was pretty fun. I've never really had that happen before, where we both hit both of our hits like that. I did about equal damage to him with that Y-hander with my Dragon Slayer, just to keep it in perspective about how much you get nerfed down when you're a Farron Watchdog. So I got to give a lot of respect for this kid. I think that this was like an end-game duel. He probably would have already killed me, but who knows? I would have maybe already killed him too. So we're both been healing at this point, so it's hard to gauge what a real straight-up honor duel would have been. Here, once I get on top of people, I like to stay on top of them. Now I'm going to try to keep the pressure, because once you get a hit confirmation, it's like all of a sudden, like now I can start like visualizing what's really happening in the time-space continuum that is lag and Dark Souls and whatnot. He catches me the panic roll there. Roll catches me, very, very well done. Yeah, like I said, this guy's actually pretty good with the spacing. I don't want to disrespect him as a player. I'm definitely using a better weapon. I'm definitely making better choices as far as who wants to win the fights. Now, this is a straight up 1v1 fight right here, so I'm trying to be patient, and I'm definitely not going to chase him into this room all the way, that's for sure. I have the toughest enemy on the level is still alive here. That the computer can throw at me, and so if I make one mistake against that enemy, it could definitely kill me. So I'm not going to chase that guy in there and try to fight him and one of the toughest enemies on the level at the same time. That'd be madness. So here comes the other Farron, and this is really where it starts to kind of pick up as to what it means to be a Farron Watchdog. You see the other one comes out, he gains his his courage again. Is Schmuck being, a coward? I don't think he is. I think he's getting out damaged by a weapon that takes way less stamina to swing, and can throw out more swings and can roll catch easier, and pretty much generally all around a better weapon at this point in the game. So being mismatched, he made a smart tactical move by running away. I'm not mad that he ran away. That's actually, I mean, at the time I was like, you dick, but like, if you think about it objectively speaking, he's making good decisions, by running away there. He's definitely nerfed or not doing good damage compared to me. He definitely does not have a good build compared to mine. And even though he is a good player, so he's using his best strategies, and sometimes that means running away, and that's smart. But now, as the title of this video suggests the dogs are closing in. So now we got 3 Farrons of the swamp here chasing me down, watchdogs chasing me down, and they're doing what dogs should, man. They're harrying me. They're, you know, wolves, that's what they do. They just chase down their prey and just chip at them. Yep, they're all a little bit nerfed. Yep, I have a way stronger build. And in on a 1v1 situation, that's obviously going to be definitely in my favor. But as you can see, because Schmuck was smart enough to run away during his 1v1 with me, when things started getting too hairy, now he can it comes full circle, and now he's harrying me. So this is one of the challenges of the game I'm looking for. I'm trying to, you know, I've won enough 1v1 duels in the arena. I don't really have much to prove, I feel like, in that area. Either I get matched well with somebody and you know, I destroy them, or occasionally I meet somebody who's a lot better than me. I would say I'm probably on a scale of 1 to 10 about a 7 out of 10 player. There's certain things that I feel like I need to get better at in order to become like what I would say an 8 or a 9 or even a 10 for 10 player. What I think I'm excellent at is the basics of this game. I am really good at spacing and timing and kind of like head games as far as when it comes to duels. But I'm also really good at my rolls, obviously. I think that's probably maybe my strongest ability, as you can see in this you know, video right here, handling all 3 of these people. I really make a lot of I'm watching these guys very, very closely to make my best guesses as to how I'm not going to get, you know, killed. So at this point right here, these guys they start really working together quite well. They're spamming their running attacks. We got Schmuck coming around, closing us off. He's definitely the smartest one of all these players. This guy with the katana is well, there's 2 katana players, but the one with the shield is way over, because they both got shields. The one who's actually one-handing his katana, that guy is way over committing, and I tend to punish him pretty easily. So he's actually kind of the guy because he's always like the front. This guy too. Well, all the katana people, they just tend to spam the running attacks, and when you run directly away from them and then, you know, turn and burn on them. Right now I'm winning these trades by a lot, so if they were smart, they would have maybe Leo rings or Hornets rings, but you know, these guys don't look like they're actually twinking. They actually look like pretty much legitimate you know, Farron Watchdog builds. They don't look like they're too twinky, actually. And by that I just mean they don't have in-game rings. I actually had a buddy of mine drop the in-game rings because I specifically wanted to hang out in the swamp solo and just take on as many ganks as possible. I realized that was such a smarter way, because when I was doing invasions, all I really wanted to do was fight gank squads anyways. And since I figured if I was just going to fight gank squads as an invader, I might as well do it. It's actually funner and faster to do it, you know, as a dried-fingered solo host. So as you can see here, I just have non-stop invaders. As soon as I killed that red, and a blue like pretty much immediately showed up, and you know, like I don't have any backup at this point for several minutes. I do have my Way of Blue on, so there is a chance that some Way of Blues can come in, but yeah, a lot of times I'm stuck for good 10-15 minutes alone with these guys with no blues. So it's yeah, see right there, that guy, he was the first to go down because he just kept running, you know, those running attacks. He can't trade with me. Those running attacks versus two-handed standing R1s are just, there's no way. And that's just like me watching them very closely and just watching their patterns and just seeing when they're getting too close and when they're, you know, getting too aggressive and trying to play that off of them. Very, very good moves here that I make are, you know, like using the environment, like earlier when I used the swamp to slow them down, you know, get a couple cheap crossbows and get a little separation and get a free hit on this guy. So yeah, Schmuck is still in this, despite the fact that he, ran and hit earlier. He is still my toughest person to deal with. Now right there, I just caught him with 2 good hits. I got him with the first R1 and the roll catch. He's gonna go ahead and run away. I think at this point he's out of healing, and yeah, I see he's kind of backed off. I think he was actually trying to backstab me. Yeah, see, I think now he's starting to try to play a little bit more intelligently and trying to win this thing. Oh, finish off that kid with the katana, give him the point down, and looks like he goes with that. Next episode, the return of justice. Stay tuned, guys. Got more for you.